Hello, everyone. Welcome back again. Welcome. Hello, fashion and lifestyle with Pearl. Happy Sunday, my beautiful sister. How are you today? How are you all doing today? Hello, Abby. I told you, Abby, somebody's already dragging the first position with you. She was the first person here yesterday as well. Somebody's already dragging number one with you, Abby. So you better be on time. Happy Sunday, Abby. Good evening to you, my beautiful sister. How are you? Please like and share as you coming, guys. Like and share. Guys, if you know amount of notes I have written for this live stream, Edic they catch myself. I am starting to have migraine from all the notes I have been writing. Like I am not the one, I don't like writing. But look at this. Okay, it's blurred out. But yes, I actually have you can see, you can see this. You can see that there as well. I have been writing because there's just too many stuff. And I'm tired of downloading videos. I have downloaded and downloaded, and my laptop is starting to make noise. My laptop is like when that's the kind of noise my laptop is making now. So I'm not downloading videos onto this laptop anymore. You guys, I'm just gonna try and whatever video I want to play, I'm just gonna maybe try and play from my phone. So that way we'll listen to it. But anything I want to project, we'll project. Right. Welcome. Please like and share as you come in, guys. Like and share. And shout out to my members first. Abby is my only member that I have now. Abby, you are the only one that's standing member. So welcome. And you've got this banner, you've got everything. Thank you for being a part of my membership. And also, who else have I seen here? Yeah, like and share as you come in. So hello everybody. I remain Zeno is number 3 today. She no one pay fine. How are you, Zeno? It's been a while. Yeah, we saw you 2 days ago, but you came towards the end, but you are pardoned because we know I understand why. So you are welcome and you are pardoned. Happy Sunday. How have you been, my beautiful sister? So, and I think the only person we've not seen in a while is Shade. I've messaged she's not replied any of my messages. And I'm hoping that if peradventure she's watching any of my shows, I'm just hoping that she's fine. And I'm sending all of my good wishes to her. So it's only Shade that has not reached out to me in a long while. I've sent her message, but I'm actually concerned about her now. And I don't know anybody for US that will say let me to help me call her. But hopefully once she's doing fine, she would reach out. Abby, she's still not reached out since that time I checked on her. She's still not reached back here, but I'm hoping she's fine anyway. All right, before we start, let me quickly sipping my Bailey. So we all know why we are in here today. Or we all know why we are here today. Let me quickly download the video that started this whole saga. Let me download it and put it on here so I can share with you this video that started all this wala. Let me share it with you guys. Okay.
Very dark man.
So this is the video. The show. Right, I did not even introduce myself. Hello, everybody. I am that mom of 5. Wemimo, TMO5 Kanduko. You are welcome. And yes, we are now at 15,000 subscribers. We hit an extra 1,000 in 2 days. You guys are the what? The real MVP. Yeah, so we are now at 15,000 and we got an extra 1,000 subscribers in 2 days. You all are the real MVP. Mo Hello, St. Emmanuel, welcome. Yes, we are at 15,000 and counting and rising. We are rising. You know, there's truth or there's benefit of speaking the truth and always being on the good side. But this show that I'm going to do today now, I don't know on which side I'm going to be. Me and some people will probably fight today, but hopefully we will not fight because I'm going to be here and there. But I found a video also that kind of like sums up everything. And then I'll just maybe put in my own 1 or 2 things, and then whoever wants to call in to say something will say whatever they want to say. So welcome everybody. 100K here. Here we come. Amen, Ozino. Hopefully we get there by the end of this year. Testimony. Hopefully we get there. I said this one today, everyone is mad. Sorry. Abby, I tell you, I was downloading videos. I was tired because videos was just dropping like every 1 hour. I went to church today. I just had to turn my phone off. Yes, I had to switch off my phone today while I was in church because I went there because of God. I went there to go and pray. I did not want anything to interfere with my fellowship and my relationship with God at church today. I purposely switched off my phone, even though with the limited network at my church, I had to turn off my phone because no distraction when you're in the house of God. And then I came out from church into the car, video upon video. I'm like, no, I'm not downloading videos anymore. We're just going to go onto their page. I've got my phone. Anything we want to listen to, we will listen. But the ones that I felt like will help other people understand what we are talking about is the ones that I've downloaded. So, like I said, Zeno said I second that. Okay, they should leave us alone. So this is the video that started the shenanigans.
Nobody. The only time that people got to know who he really is was when the recording, when Lil Smart record. He no. Say Lil Smart, they record now. And what were the words that came out?
The that DeeOne is talking about here is VDM. The laughing cow with the nose ring. You all know that's why I like calling him. Because he's got, piercings in his nose. You know that triangular cheese. You know that laughing cow they draw on that triangular cheese. Yes, yeah. So the person DeeOne is referring to here is Very Dark Man. Okay.
I go break your bone for this. Lil Smart and Very Dark Man. Very Dark Man feel beat him there.
Yes.
He said I go tell people if I say for this Abuja, they come out.
You know go reach airport.
No go reach airport.
So this Lil Smart story, I'm sure I've did a live stream about it. Zeno said, I have no idea what's going on again. Of all the issues in Nigeria, is DeeOne TBC brought to interview. Zeno, you have a lot to catch up on. You have a lot to catch up on. So this Lil Smart story, if you remember, this Lil Smart was the guy that came up to say Zeno Liski, the guy that is signed up to Naira Marley's brand, whatever, that he allegedly planned and they met him up. They wanted to beat him and stuff like that. So he was able to get a recording to show that it was Zeno Liski, blah 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 blah. So they kind of like called out Naira Marley at the same time. So when this guy came out, asking for people to help him, Very Dark Man reached out to him saying, you know what, I will send you money, fly down to Abuja, I will help you, blah 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 blah. So that was when people were sick of Very Dark Man, it's like a yo-yo. It goes left today, it goes right tomorrow. It goes front in 7 days, it goes 20 yards in 10 days. So I don't actually know what transpired, which made this guy called Lil Smart not go to meet him. So it's allegedly sent 1 million naira to Lil Smart, and Lil Smart did not go to Abuja at the time that he was meant to go. So at some point, I think Lil Smart decided to go to Abuja. They met, but it was why they met. I don't know what happened. VDM came in, threatening to, I don't know what transpired in between them, okay, and threatening to, to deal with Lil Smart, saying that, this Abuja way you dey, I feel make you disappear, nothing go happen, and nobody go know, saying I mean. That was a secret recording that Very Dark Man did not know that Lil Smart had. So Lil Smart recorded that conversation, but Very Dark Man did not know. And so when even that conversation that Zeno Liski released, it was half of it, but some people who have heard the length of it said there was more than that. So when that voice recording was released, Very Dark Man claimed it was AI, that it was not him. So that was when people were like, oh, so this kind of person you are. You come and open chest, say that you are fighting for people, but you are not actually fighting for people because behind closed doors, you are something else. So that's the case that DeeOne is reacting to here.
That is who you really are. Not I'm fighting for the people. That one I talk because say people go like all those kind of statements. A man is not who he shows you. A man is who he hides. That thing when you know what make people know. Real identity.
So this was the podcast that that started all these old shenanigans with Very Dark Man and DeeOne. We all know DeeOne has been going back and forth with Very Dark Man, calling a Very Dark Man out. But Bobrisky wasn't here. Exactly. Zeno, don't worry. I will just say Lesky. I will not call Zeno Lesky anymore. So we all know how DeeOne has been the weapon fashioned against Very Dark Man in the longest time. Okay, it was the DeeOne that called out Very Dark Man when he allegedly took 20 million naira out of the NGO money to go and deposit for a Range Rover. So obviously, when DeeOne got onto the Very Dark Man's case, obviously from the move that DeeOne made, Very Dark Man returned the money, and then not quite long after then, Very Dark Man came to tell us that they stole some of NGO money, only for him to come and call us that we don't have job, that it was a prank. If the money has not resurfaced now, it will not be a prank. I think Very Dark Man, in my own opinion, it tried us, but Nigerians were like, no, we are not taking it. No, we are not taking it. So there's been back and forth with Very Dark Man and DeeOne. And obviously, DeeOne went onto this podcast and he went on there to say with his full chest that Very Dark Man is agege. We all know what agege is. DeeOne claimed that he has evidence to show that Very Dark Man is agege. And with that being said, there's been a new video where people released to the public when DeeOne was apparently saying that being agege is nothing. Like, guys, I'm tired of downloading videos, but if you want to find it, you can find it on all of these gossip pages where DeeOne was maybe sometimes he was saying that, oh, there's nothing wrong with being agege, blah 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 blah. That was before he started this case with a Very Dark Man. So DeeOne said allegedly that Very Dark Man is agege, that he has evidences, that there are so many things that people do not know about Very Dark Man. And yes, we do not know Very Dark. Please like this live stream as you come in. No, but we do not know Very Dark Man from before. All of a sudden, Tunde Edno started posting him, and then when he decided to showcase himself, he started talking down on girls. And you guys, you all know what I hold against him. Why I said it's never gonna be in my good book. A young lady was unalived. The boy is still in hiding, and he came out to say that the girl deserved what happened to her. Since then, that was when like no, I can't be in the same book as this guy. So he came out like that, calling out women, calling out a lot of people. That was when he had the issue with Yabo Ojo, with Tonto DK, with lots of people, and then he had issues with all of these people who are selling cream with NAFDAC. So he is actually saying that he's calling out all these people, maybe the cream sellers that he's calling them out for not having NAFDAC number. But in my own opinion, if you want to call a business out for not having that NAFDAC number, report them to NAFDAC and advise them to go and get their product registered rather than try to ruin and pull down their business. In my own opinion, that's what he's been able to do so far. Yes, you're saying that you're correcting them, but how are you correcting them? Okay. So with that being said, since that podcast where DeeOne went on to say all he had to say, who did Very Dark Man came after? Very Dark Man came after Nedu. So Nedu is the co-host of the Honest Bunch. So Honest Bunch is actually being owned by Glitch Africa. At first, I thought it was Nedu that owned the Honest Bunch, but it was not until when Nedu resigned that I was like, I thought it was Nedu that owned the Honest Bunch. So apparently, the Honest Bunch is a product of the Glitch Africa. So Nedu is just one of the faces. In fact, Nedu is the face, like the game face or the game changer for that podcast. If Nedu is not there, it can never be the Honest Bunch, okay? So Very Dark Man dug into Nedu, saying that, oh, Nedu, I know why you did that. Nedu, why did you do that? I know you were did this. You know what? It practically went on Nedu's neck. And DeeOne was like, come, now me go to that show, go call you agege. Oh, you knew he wasn't owned by Nedu. I didn't know that it was not owned by Nedu. All of my thought was that it was Nedu that owned it. So, he kept on calling out Nedu. You will have thought that it was the person who went on to say those things about him that he would face and, say it as it is. But no, it was Nedu that this guy targeted. And DeeOne was like, now me talk him. I talk waiting I talk, just like Two-Face. Now me talk waiting I talk. Face me. And by the way, I have evidence, according to DeeOne, say all the things he alleged about Very Dark Man, that he has evidence that Very Dark Man is an agege, that he has evidence of how they were drilling his borehole, allegedly. So, Very Dark Man, even with all of those things that DeeOne alleged, Abby said, I know a partner, rather British based. All right, okay. Hello, David Black. How are you? The Black said, wait, I thought Nedu owned is no, it's not Nedu, because if there's a resignation letter here, that was how I was able to know that it was not Nedu. So Nedu is more like the face of the podcast. Hello, Abby Crystal. How are you? All right, okay. Her name is Sheyi Akiwawo. All right, okay. So then DeeOne came out saying, no, what, it was not Nedu that talked this matter. Face me. Now me talk about this and come face me. So all the while, Very Dark Man kept going for Nedu, to the extent that Very Dark Man said, you know what, okay, Nedu, the things you told me you knocked so girls. I'm going to release the images and the chats of the girls you knocked. I'm going to release the details of the women you said that, and welcome, Mr. Black. I'm going to release the images of the girls you said that if they don't put back for ground for you, you know, go give them platform. And true to his words, Very Dark Man did. And the first image of the person he opened was the lady called Jojo of Lele. And in my own opinion, I felt that was a very, very shitty move to make. You have an issue with somebody. We all know the story of Nedu on the street of social media, how his wife allegedly brought in another man's child. You could have gone ahead and used that to drag Nedu or settle scores, because at the end of the day, prior to DeeOne going on to the Honest podcast, he did not come out here to say anything about Nedu. And then DeeOne went onto that show. You dug into Nedu. Namani Lotta said, DeeOne no get evidence. They would have not invited DeeOne. He's talking like they pay him to badman VDM. Well, whatever it is that is happening in the back end, I don't know. So, all of these things continued, you know. So, Very Dark Man went ahead to release the chats that details of the girl, one of the girls that Nedu allegedly told him that he knocked. And this Jojo of Lele came out to say it was a big lie, that there was nothing like that. You know, she cried. I actually saw a video, she was crying, that there was nothing like that. She never knocked Nedu, nothing like that, blah, 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 blah. And in my own opinion, I felt that was a shitty thing for VDM to do, because it is Nedu you have a problem with. Why invite other people that are not a part of the issue you have with Nedu to your fight? What is the business of Jojo of Lele with you and Nedu? And DeeOne and Very Dark Man said the reason why he felt Nedu invited DeeOne to his show was because Nedu invited him, the Very Dark Man, to the show, and he refused. Nedu promised to buy him a car to come onto the show, and he refused. So fine, it's no big deal if he refused to go to his show. So he said he felt that was why Nedu did what he did. But so you refuse to go on his show. That's fine. It's not the end of the world. You should have let it be that way. Obviously, you are angry with him. It's understandable. But then you felt because he did not attend the show or you don't go to the show, that was why he decided to bring DeeOne onto the show. So he went on, and then he released the picture, the details of Jojo of Lele. He called that lady out. That one cried, say no, that was not her. There was nothing between her and Joe and Nedu, blah, 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 blah. And he then invited that girl onto his show. And I felt that girl was stupid to have attended the Very Dark Man's show. What I expected that girl to have done was slam him with a lawsuit. What I expected Jojo of Lele to have done was slam Very Dark Man with a lawsuit, because you have no right whatsoever to release, because it's not your place to release it. Even if that was what happened, it's not your place to release it. That's why I said that girl should have slammed Nedu with lawsuit. Let me read your comment, guys. This laptop, I don't know what's wrong with it. It's not the one that can allow me reach. Okay, so Zeno said, do you think he was fired or he stepped down? We are getting there, Zeno. So plenty this February. Happy. People where they do all this gossip thing, I don't know how they do it too. I don't know how they keep up. DeeOne went on to channels. Yes, I saw that she went on to channels, and he also showed the presenters the video. So Abby said, I pity anyone that stole VDM anything in confidence. Exactly. So David Black said, wait, Nedu allegedly forces women to knock him to go on show. That's what we heard. And that does not speak well. I mean, this is not the first time we've been hearing things like this. You all remember all these Nollywood movies as well. We've heard of actresses coming out to say a promoter said if they don't put back for ground, they will not hear their shows. If they don't put back for ground, that they will not feature them. We've heard of this happening in Nollywood movies. But if actually that is what Nedu has been doing, he ought to be called out. And if there's any woman whatsoever who has actually gone on to DM, they do show to ask him for a favor and is asked out of them, I would say this is the time for them to come out if actually that's what it's been doing. Because so far, it's only 1 or 2 persons that's actually come out. And not as maybe they came out, it was because Very Dark Man released whatever it is that Nedu told him. So, with that, if that's what Nedu is doing, he deserves to be called out, okay? I'd be saying more like coercive, wouldn't say force. Yeah, I won't say force because they are adults. If you don't want to open your plates, you don't have to open your plates. You can just walk up. But if you do it, maybe coercive because you knew he has what you wanted, okay? VDM is not worth telling, not at all. David Black said Jesus Christ. So this producer couch, sleeping couch thing happening in Nollywood USA is happening in Nigeria. David Black is happening. Nollywood people in Nigeria will tell you story plenty. So Abby said it coerces them, promising them fame and social media growth and relevance. Absolutely. Online Money Hub said, if we are in the same climb, VDM can be jailed for projection. Exactly. That's why I said that Jojo of Lele shouldn't have gone to his page at all to go and explain anything. All I expected her to do when she went was hand him a lawsuit. Say, now who you be? Even if that was what happened, now my private affair, you have no right whatsoever. But the stupid girl went there and was laughing, and it was the guy was now asking her, you don't accept my apology. Even that interview, even that show, I couldn't watch it because he kept on explaining some useless, unnecessary conversation. So person says she knock. So person says she knock. When as knock becomes something you can openly discuss without flinching in public, it's meant to be a private affair thing. It does not become something that an uncultured, uncloud person now come out here to say, I go release all the people where you don't knock. You where you dey knock person. How many person don't release? You came out here to tell us that you sell your cucumber for money. You that you say you won't sell your cucumber for money. It's not believed. It's not far off to say that you allegedly, they were digging your borehole allegedly as well. Because if you are able to sell for somebody, if you are able to play with somebody's cucumber, them drilling your borehole is not far off from you playing with somebody else's cucumber. So the story went on, and then DeeOne retaliated saying that, okay, myself, I go release 20 pictures of the girls when they do don't knock, obviously, because DeeOne felt like that was the way to handle the Very Dark Man. Say, anytime he says he's going to do this, it's best to counter him with whatever he's bringing. And stuff. So I want to quickly run over through this story and then we'll listen to all the videos I've got so far. So, like I said, DeeOne claimed that VDM is agege, okay? And that VDM aims at pulling down people that, if you look at all the people that VDM has attacked so far, they are all like Igbo people. He's never directly dragged a Yoruba person. And I don't believe that. VDM dragged Iyabo Ojo. VDM dragged lots of people. So it's not about, I don't think it's about tribes here, okay? So he released that video and that girl went on to his show. In fact, I think he promised to give the girl some money himself. And DeeOne was advising that girl not to collect any money from him. Abby said that girl doesn't know what she's done. Bad idea. She shouldn't have. Exactly, she shouldn't have at all. Because now she'll probably have something against that girl as well at some point. But I don't know whether I advised her to go. Online Up said DeeOne has the evidence on his phone, but the face of the person VDM was with will be exposed. So according to DeeOne, there are 2 people plus VDM in that video. So DeeOne says there's no way he would want to expose VDM without exposing those 2 people. And those 2 people could be either maybe somebody's husband, somebody else's father, maybe an employer or something. So he's trying his best. He's not wanting to publicize the video because there are other people he's trying to protect their identity. Hence why he said he's not going to do the same thing as Very Dark Man. Because after all, Very Dark Man does not have anything to lose. I can't believe went there to kick him. Exactly. Honestly. Hello, Adebikwe, my brother, sisters. How are you? Happy Sunday. Atu said, when poverty, illiteracy, and fame join, what do you guys expect? I think it was Tunde Edno that gave him the grant for all this rubbish he's doing anyway. So with that being said, so far, with everything that VDM has been saying, VDM has not directly replied DeeOne. So also VDM also came out to call out Saida Bodge as well, that Nedu also told him about how they beat up Saida Bodge at a show blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, what is all this? Guys, 1 second. Let me check if there's ads running on this video. Because I don't want to be doing something and not make anything from it. Let me quickly check, guys. 1 second. Let me check that my ads are there. Have you guys seen any ads since you joined? Okay, I can see it's there. So, you know what? He called outside that budget as we're saying that Nedu told him stuff about Cyberbudge, like what happened, how they beat up Cyberbudge, and how Nedu told him that the clothes that Cyberbudge was a cheap clothes, blah 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 blah. He went on to do that, and Cyberbudge also came out to reply them that the interview that she did with in fact, Cyberbudge called out Glitch Africa, saying that there was an interview that she did where they cut out the video. So Cyberbudge is letting us know now that yes, nobody Nedu own that show. There has been ads. Thank you so much, online, because I was just wondering, because I was not sure if I said the ads. So Cyberbudge is letting us know that there was when she presented that Honest Bunch show, that they claimed that she said that she dated a married man, that a married man used her. Cyberbudge has let us know that that was not what she said. That she is putting it to Glitch Africa to release the full unedited video. So which means that Glitch Africa films and record everything they do on that Honest podcast, and they also edit the videos. So which means that Nedu and all the presenters just attend, they film the show, and then it's Glitch Africa that edits the video. So all those sweet nothings that they put out that Cyberbudge said, there was a way, you know what, me that I'm here, I edit my videos. If I want to match something to say that this was where it started from, they cut and join. So Cyberbudge has put it to Glitch Africa that video release the raw, unedited version of that interview she did. That why would she come out and say that a married man dated her, or she dated a married man used her and stuff like that? That was a story that in that interview she was just narrating an experience of a friend, but then Glitch Africa made it look like she was the one talking about her being used by a married man. So yes, Cyberbudge, called out Glitch Africa there, and she said she's giving them 24 hours or something. And also this girl that claimed that she claimed, I think she was trended also on Honest Bunch one time like that. That I think she says that she goes after married men. I can't remember her name now. That one too has already started a lawsuit with VDM, because at some point VDM claimed that who know, maybe all the people that have been on Honest podcast show, maybe Nedu has asked them to open their toto, which I felt like all those people who have been on Nedu's show, they should file a lawsuit against Very Dark Man, because when he was saying it, he did not use the word allegedly. So the likes of Obi Kubana, the likes of all those that will be all the people that have actually attended Honest Bunch, Very Dark Man claim that, who knows, all the people that have attended that show, he's probably asked them for something. He did not use allegedly. He actually said it with his full chest, as if he knew that they must have done something for Nedu to be on that show. That's why I said he has all those people should, call for reality. They should pull his ears. So with that being said, like, you know what? So the likes of the people that have been on that show now, the married ones, the people who are affluent, who have contributed massively to the Nigerian economy and all of these things, you come out with your full chest to say that something must have happened. And with that being said, there's been a recording being released also by Lucky Hoodoo has released a voice recording about how Nedu reacted to him, about the things that Nedu said about him. There's been a lot of allegations against Nedu, and I felt that I'm actually quite disappointed that Nedu resigned. I felt like Nedu should come out with his full chest. Okay, yes, I said these things. That is not the end of the world. But Honest Bunch or Glitch Africa we sack him finally, because you came out, Very Dark Man came out with releasing that you told him about this, you told him about this, you told him about that. And then you ran. Why? I expected Nedu to come back, sit down and say, okay, yes, Very Dark Man, I said those things. This was what I said. This is what I said. He's going to say it and he's not going to pie there. But Nedu, being a fool that he is, being a man that talks too much, because at the end of the day, I want to believe that those people who go onto this showbiz and all this casting thingy, they will sign some sort of undertaking. Whatever that's been said in here that has not been put out to the public must not leave this gathering. Is that not what they say? Or would they not have signed to say, okay, these are the questions we are asking you, and you're not obliged to tell us anything outwith the questions we are going to ask you? If there's anything that's been discussed that has not been agreed to be released to the public, it should not leave this guy. I would imagine they will sign something like that. Hello, everybody. Please like this live stream as you come in and share, please. I would imagine there should be something like sign an undertaking, which means that whatever has not been agreed to be released to the public should not leave. But I want to believe something like that has been signed for Nedu to open his mouth and be telling Very Dark Man all the stuff about people that comes to the show. It's just crazy. And which led on to the fact that when DeeOne went onto that show, and now I felt like if Glitch Africa were the one that sacked Nedu, all the other presenters should be sacked as well, because they all sat down there. Hello, everybody. I'm not ignoring you. Please like and share as you come in. Welcome, welcome. Gloria Okafor, welcome here. I hope you like it here. I just wish that there was something must have been done, because it should not be Nedu alone, because at the end of the day, it is Glitch Africa that edits the video. They film the show. They edit. They put all finishing touches to it. If they knew this was going to cause issues, why did they put it out? Why ask Nedu to step down? In a way, I'm thinking maybe it's because Nedu is the one that his mouth has been running like diarrhea. That's why, they decided to say he should step down. I think I have something here about the thing. I heard a rumor, though, that he was given the option to resign or they sack him. So this is the letter from Glitch Africa saying Nedu temporarily steps down from the Honest Bunch podcast. Recently, there have been discussions and allegations involving our co-host Nedu. While these matters remain personal, we recognize the importance of accountability and allowing individuals the space to address such issues properly. Exactly, that's what I expect Nedu to do. Address it properly. I don't know if he has a YouTube channel, or maybe he's going to do it on his TikTok or on his Instagram page, rather than running like a coward. And then DeeOne saying, that one sweating like a goat. Nami Tokam, no be Nedu, Nami Tokam. No, you don't need to shout, because at the end of the day, Nedu has said some things that shouldn't have left that studio. And for him to have run off, he shouldn't have run. He should have come out here with his full chest and say, okay, yes, Very Dark Man, now me talk this thing. Just like Two-Face said, I talk what's in I talk. And these are the things I said, come out with it. You know, go die there if you talk him. But people go talk, say, which kind of man is where they talk anyhow. But then he ran like a coward that he is. And that Danku, no offense to people who are we, but that Danku, as you read, so you want to chop women anyhow, like they do. If that's what you are doing, actually, I think you need to actually sit down, go on, like do a video to smash all of these things, because you can't continue in your sin. So the concern, in light of this, the Honest Bunch podcast and Nedu have decided that he take a temporary step back from the podcast to focus on resolving these matters. This decision was made in mutual agreement and with the best interest of all parties in mind. We fully support him during this time and look forward to his return in due course. As always, the Honest Bunch podcast remains committed to delivering unfiltered, thought-provoking conversations. So if this podcast is what they say, why ask Nedu to step down? Because at the end of the day, it was not Nedu that said those things that DeeOne said on the show. I didn't think they should have asked Nedu to step down. That's my opinion anyway. And for that being said, Nedu should have come out and said, okay, yeah, VDM, I talk waiting I talk. Okay, what is it? Yeah, I talk say I knock person. I talk say I knock person. I talk say I knock person. So what's the big deal? But Iran. And then this is Nedu's letter. So Nedu said this past week has brought in, that's his own thing there. I don't think I need to read it out. I'm sure we've all seen it, has brought a lot of blah, 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 difficult topics in recent times. I made the difficult decision to step away from the podcast. This is not a decision I take like. So apparently I heard that the Glitch Africa gave him an ultimatum that he either resign or they sack him. But in a way, I think he's still going to be back. So DeeOne went back and forth. There's been back and forth videos. DeeOne decided to, he went on to another show. He showed the presenter the video of where they were digging, where they were allegedly digging Very Dark Man's borehole. I'm reading from my note here because I don't want to forget. I'm just going to touch up on my note and then we'll listen to some of these videos, okay? And DeeOne went on to call on VDM's mother, say that VDM mother should come and talk to VDM, blah, 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 that VDM needs to go and apologize, this, that, and, he just been dragging everybody. So I think I've already discussed about that. So VDM, him calling the VDM mother out did not change anything. And then DeeOne went on to TV. Was it TVC? Yeah, TVC News said the same thing again. He showed the presenters the evidence he said he's got, and the man was like even shocked on his seat. And DeeOne is saying that he is not going to release anything. I mean, I've gone through all of this page. Come, what is all this back and forth, back and forth? Release whatever you want to release. Anybody where they do, where they carry in borehole, where they dig, you know it's not right for you to do. Why are you doing it? So, like DeeOne, your cho is too much. Release whatever you have and let's go on with it, you know. But he said that there are some people he's also protecting. I don't know who those people are, but Aliko Francis said VDM is a blackmailer. Exactly, is a blackmailer, is a fraud, a destiny exile, is afraid of DeeOne. VDM, I believe that. Okay, I know that now. He's asking that TVC should invite him, and he has put a clause on TVC neck that I want to. What was the question again? He's asking TVC that he wants to come and speak his own side of the story, and then he's trying to put a clause around TVC's neck. And I'm like, come, if they don't invite you to the show, you are the victim. They invite you to the show, you are the victim. That what does he really want? Like, what does he really want? Please like the live stream, guys. I really appreciate it if you like. Welcome, and please like this live stream, guys. Glory Choma said, VDM has made himself a center of attraction these days. Oh, chai, me, I don't have regard for him. All of the things he's just talking cho. He's just talking. I blame the people who I don't even know how he's able to have all of those things on people, you know. Like, you know, you're having a conversation with somebody and you are recording their conversation. Somebody did something, you are keeping evidence for them for in case they offend you in future. Like, what kind of a human being is that? What kind of a human being is that? What kind of human being is that? Zeno said, what has knowing about Nedu done for me? Ataya. Abby said, Glory, I'm tired. Glory said, I heard DeeOne showed a video on a show. He's not showed it to the public, but he's shown the videos to the presenters. He went on 2 shows. I think he went on a radio station and then he went on TVC on Saturday because I was watching. In fact, I screen recorded the TVC thing and I posted it on my Instagram page. Follow me. If you follow me on Instagram, you see it on my Instagram there where he was actually talking about that. Come, now me talk with him, I talk. Why is he not dragging me? And DeeOne is claiming that there's somebody that is pushing VDM's button. That VDM is not actually smart, that there's somebody and he knows the person who is pushing VDM's button. So, you know, if DeeOne keeps going back and forth, now he says that he's going to release everything about VDM to Tunde Ednut. And people are like, he wants to release all of his secrets to his sister. His sister in Agege business, allegedly. That's what he's saying now. But I don't know what DeeOne is going to do now, but DeeOne has said he's not going to release that video. Me, I want him to release it. Okay, I want him to release. So DeeOne came out here calling all the people that have been on that show that they need to stand up and pull a stop to DeeOne, to pull a stop to Very Dark Man. That how can one person be allowed to run like this? See, this thing that VDM is doing, if he does this in the UK, they will have dealt with him. They will have dealt with him because how do you derive joy in, like, somebody said something to you? This girl later, he still came out to use his mouth to say, this girl must have been innocent. Now, like, how do you run with something somebody told you? How do you run with somebody told you? I'm about to tell you, we all know that men, when they are with their men, they talk all this kind of thing. You've not confirmed it. You don't have evidence of Nedu allegedly benching this girl. And then you came out with it. That's why I said that girl should have sued Very Dark Man. Abby said, Glory, that one was somehow because he didn't let the co-host of the show went on to speak or confirm anything. Exactly, he didn't. Joseph said, no, I don't see it like that. Hear me out. He's the one that will save Nigeria through TVC because of what? Save Nigeria. How? Very Dark Man save Nigeria. Person where they sell bola. No be laziness, they make and they sell bola. He made they carry pump for Oshodi. He made they carry load for their head for Oshodi. Why did he not go to that instead of selling it manwood? And that one, I thought say go share in Nigeria. Make them sit down there with his blackmailing tactics. Somebody that is blackmailing people, that ain't go save Nigeria. Joseph said, my star, look at the big picture. Video will save Nigeria. Now you go say, what does he want to save Nigeria from? What does he want to save Nigeria from? He wants to save Nigeria from Tinubu. I don't get it. Anyway, guys, there's a video I want us to watch. This girl kind of like did justice to all the story. I can see all the rattle rats coming in. You are welcome. Give me the views. Thank you. Rat, you are welcome. Like, please tell me, how is VDM going to change Nigeria? Because somebody, a fellow man like him, came to accuse him of being agege. And rather than call out the person directly, you are calling somebody a host of the show. Make it make sense. Hello, Lajimoke. Make it make sense. If somebody dragged me on this street, there's been saga on this street of YouTube where somebody dragged me. I came out with my foot just to drag the person back. Why would I be dragging somebody that is not involved in the story? You drag me, I drag you from your generation to eternity. Why would I go drag somebody else? Abby, they are really something else. Let's listen to this video, because I listened to this lady and I was like, she hit the nail on the head. Now your papa go get blood pressure. Your papa and your mama and everybody for your generation, and them go get blood pressure. See that in a rattle rat president. He's gonna be the one who's gonna learn the hard way. He's gonna learn the hard way. He won't talk, he go chop in talk. He's gonna swallow his talk when the time comes. He said Nedu gave DeeOne, but DeeOne went to TVC News. What's the difference? It's not as if maybe Nedu said anything in regards to what DeeOne said. So, DeeOne going to TVC News. What is the difference in DeeOne being on TVC and DeeOne being on Honest Bunch? Because I watched that podcast an hour something. I did not hear Nedu say. He was even saying that my guy VDM. So let's listen to this lady. Thank you.
And they pity people whether they tell you anything concerning their life. Because now small thing go happen like this. You go carry them on social media, can't disgrace them. I just they pity them. Now, yesterday you posted a picture of Jojo Flele. That influencer, so I think she's also another.
That Jojo Flele is a girl, very dark man, alleged that Nedu told him that he nagged her, allegedly. So listen to this girl. Like this girl, the whole way their hair don't go ever run dry.
Coming actress. You say she's one of those girls that Nedu Wazobia told you he's sleeping with. What you are simply implying now is that all the girls, including mothers and ladies that have gone to Nedu Wazobia podcast, he have to sleep with them first. Maybe he also
said those people that have been on that Honest Bunch podcast that he came out with his future say they have done that, they should be suing his ass. It seems like going into court and they in fact, I don't want to be disrespectful to that one, because that one he went to go and he introduced himself at the House of Parliament. Remember, he said the troublesome. People were like, "What do you mean?" I love how they gave it back to him to like introduce yourself. What do you mean you are a troublesome? I love how they corrected him instantly, and he apologized.
With Helen Post, that our beautiful comedian who is now a lecturer in US.
Exactly.
Maybe also slept with her because recently she also went to the podcast. We don't know. Maybe you will need to tell us.
Abio.
Now, as you post the picture now, what do you say may happen? Mo will go beat the girl. You know better say they sleep with women that they sleep with man.
Let me tell them.
Now, VDM again. How are you different from Gistlover? A few months ago, Gistlover posted a list of Nollywood girls that are allegedly sleeping with our Senate president.
Abi?
Godswill Akpabio. What did you do? You came out and said, no, Gistlover, why?
Exactly.
This thing you did, nah. Are you not trying to spoil this lady's?
Remember when Gistlover came out with the names of all the people that certain people have allegedly slept with, and Timi Egbusun's sister, Dakore, was mentioned. Gistlover mentioned her name. You guys also how Very Dark Man came out saying, this lady, since you've known her, she's a respected married woman. This is that. You guys remember that story? Keep listening to this lady because she packaged everything into this video.
Like spoil their whole, spoil their reputation. I remember when Timini's sister, Dakore Egbusun's picture was posted. You say no, this lady, since you know her, she has been very decent. She know they live where what like why Gistlover go add in there? Gistlover and a bad person. You have done
exactly
now exactly what Gistlover did last year. That you criticize Gistlover for.
Exactly.
It simply means you never had a problem with what Gistlover did, though. You only had a problem with the fact that it was Gistlover that did it. VDM. You are gradually becoming the people that you criticize on this media. This is actually your true color.
Exactly.
Not the person you have been pretending to be. Just a few weeks ago, we heard how you were telling Lee Smart that you were going to break his bone into pieces and throw him into somewhere that nobody will ever discover.
Realize you are the one.
And recently, they arrested Lee Smart. Thank God he's out now. Don't know if he will be arrested again. That one came out and said something. He should go and present evidence. We heard how you were trying to use connection to make sure he didn't mess there. But God pass you.
Exactly.
Now, girls, you can't post. Because I don't understand how DeeOne was the one who called Nedu and said, Nedu, I want to see you. We all thought that he was going there to talk about Mercy Chinwo. And I was interested in the podcast. He went there, he talked about everything. Now you are pained just because of one thing that DeeOne said, that you be agege. You not he addressed Mercy Chinwo's side. You not talk about her. He addressed a lot of things. You not talk about. Now that agege na paying you for body. Is it that you are guilty? Now you leave DeeOne, you go carry Nedu for grant. Why? Because you claim say na Nedu na get the podcast. Is it today that Nedu started inviting people to his podcast? Is it today? Nedu has invited tons of celebrities to that podcast. They say things. Even you too, you have analyzed most of the videos from Nedu Wazobia podcast. They are all on your page.
Exactly.
If you didn't like it, why were you analyzing those videos? They said things about other people. You brought it to your page. You analyzed it. But now that they have said it about you, you have turned the situation around. You are now attacking innocent people. Bringing that guest picture into it now. Eh? So what does it mean? Not be person they knock your sister. Any woman will get to go man they knock her.
Is it true that VDM also has a sister? Because this guy, I don't know. I'm not sure if he has a sister or not. So now person said go knock his sister now, Abby. And when did knocking become a big deal? When did knocking become something that you will shame person with? Eh? When did knocking become something you will shame person with? Just like this girl said now that now person go knock your sister herself. Your sister, now person go knock him. What's the freaking big deal? Is it because people are not how you're talking about how they are knocking his own sister as well?
Everybody, they knock for one or two things. Me, they knock my man because I want him to be, assisting me in one or two stuff. Yes, that's what I knock him. So who know they knock? When you want to come put the girl picture, say, this girl, what do they try to do now to set up? So you can't think say just like you know what is even talk anything, because the aim of VDM now say okay, if you don't name me now about lawsuit, don't bother. Like I said, this is who he is. He likes trouble.
Well, she said she's already for that one that I was talking about. Yes, I date married men, blah blah blah. Can't remember her name now. She really trended on that Nedu podcast then when she came out talking about dating married men and stuff like that. She's also filing a lawsuit against Very Dark Man. I saw one of her posts yesterday.
He likes trouble because I don't understand why something that used to happen to other people, other people will take a situation that has happened to them before or something going on in their life, go to Nedu podcast and discuss it. This same VDM, we carry the video and analyze it. Now that they have done it to him, he's not crying. He's not involving innocent people. When Bedamina went there that day to go and talk about Pastor Jerry Eze's miracle that he claimed is fake, you analyze the video.
Exactly. Recently,
you even played it again on one of your videos. But now we don't reach your tone. You don't get vexed because they call you a gege. If you not be a gege, simply ignore.
Exactly.
All this anger you are doing now, bringing innocent people into it, they confirm the fact that maybe you really be a gege. Because if person come in and say I sleep with woman, I don't mind because I don't do that.
Exactly, because I don't do it. Exactly.
What's the need of you were accusing? See the way you were accusing Gislover last year. Why you go do this one? And you are doing exactly what Gislover did. Who can see you now go to say you be better person? Who say? Ele. You know they get problem with things, so only say you they get problem with who do one. Because you Clay say this lover na tonto, na make you vex last year. If say na another person post that.
But Samuel, you said VDM doesn't have anything on DeeOne, but he has so many things to use and fight Nedu. That's why he went for Nedu. But let's be realistic here. On no be Nedu hold that platform. Nedu invited DeeOne. And if the Glitch Africa thought that this was going to cause issues, they wouldn't let DeeOne come onto the show. So from that interview, that podcast, I don't know if you've watched it, but go and watch it and let me know what is Nedu's offense or what is said in that podcast. Everything so far, it was DeeOne that said everything. So why fight Nedu? Why don't you pick your battle with Nedu away from this talk of DeeOne? Why don't you pick up the battle? And why wait until DeeOne went onto the Honest podcast before you started talking all this crap? Why? Why wait?
Oh, now you post now, you for not get issues with her. Wetin you concern innocent girl? You, your own sister, not person they knack her. As far as na person they knack your sister, there's no problem with what Jojo Flele did. If they knack her to carry her go podcast to help her, it's not bad. No be today people start to the knack. Then they knack girls for Nollywood for Nollywood to give their roles. Then they knack even men.
It's not as if it's the right thing to do, okay? It's not as if all those Nollywood people, it's not as if it's the right thing, but this is something that happens in Nigeria. And I think David Black was also saying that something similar also happens in the United States as well. We all heard of the story of Diddy, okay? We all heard the story of Diddy as well, okay? We all heard what is happening with P. Diddy, Sean Combs in the United States of America. So this knocking of, I'll give you roll. It's happening in the US as well. It doesn't make it better. It's not a good thing. It's not ideal. Hence why I said Nedu shouldn't have run away like a coward. He should have come out and chest what VDM was throwing at him, because at the end of the day, this thingy is just hanging on his head and it's not going to go away. And for somebody who feels like, oh, whatever he must have shared with me, I'm going to hold it because in future if you get wahala, so I could come back for you. Such person like that, I don't think you should be moving with them. What kind of a friend will keep something you tell them and they only for them to keep it because they know that later in the future you both fell out and they will come back with you at that thing? I've heard of people here how they, when they are talking to people, they record the other person's conversation. How do people do that? That's a crime, You record people without their consent. That's a crime. If you're going to record, you ask them. If they consent to you recording the conversation while they're on the phone with you, then you can go ahead. But if you don't ask them and you go on to record the voice or the conversation, that's a crime you're committing.
They knock me nyash. You too, when you were looking for money, when you were suffering in life, you said they introduced you into agege for pay and agege for whatever. Because you were looking for money. The hand job when you tell us, say you give man, not be money you find it. Yeah? So everybody they do what they do for money. Which one you are coming to make it? Oh God, waiting Jojo Flele do. If not true say sleep with Nedu, not be new thing. Not be today people start to the knack. Exactly. Men they knack men for some things now. Women they knack women for some things.
Since Adam and Eve.
Girls they knack lecturer for mark. Pastors they knack member. Although yeah pastor not be the real one. Native doctor they knack married women where they come their shira and they come collect mercy for pikin. Some people pikin say na native doctor get her. Knacking has always been existing. Even you too, you are knacking people right now. So what is new there? My friend, go and sit down. Posting an innocent guest picture because you have an issue with Nedu. What does that even stand for? What did I want to change? My brother, go and sleep. Change that your bad character. And for those of you where they tell Nedu something, tell very dark man something, now Nasabio.
Exactly. Person where you mount Nadaria. I don't know how you I think obviously going forward now, people already know the kind of person he is, and they are learning. So whoever he has in his side, or whoever has him on their side as a friend, I guess they will learn to be very, very cautious with what they share or say around him. Okay, because at the end of the day, the actual orientation of anyone is none of anybody's business. Yes, we know in Nigeria, agege thingy is not allowed. It's not something that is allowed in Nigeria. Hence why people are like, But then, if they are doing this in their bedroom and they are not hurting anybody, and the people involved in it are consensual about it, it's fine. But then, if you are doing your own, illegit things in your bedroom, and you're now calling out somebody that is doing the right species of person. It doesn't make sense. And the only issue I have here is the fact that, you know, it keeps things to blackmail people with. So now it's calling TVC that TVC, yes, TVC did say that, oh, they hoped it would come out here to say his own side of the story. So he's saying that TVC should invite him, and then he's putting a clause on it that he wants to, you see, I can't even remember what he said in that video now. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it. Asking TVC to invite him to come and speak as well. Let me find that video so we listen with our ears. And he's putting a clause. That's why I said that if they invite him, he's the victim. If they don't invite him, he's also the victim. So I think this is a video. Let me play it.
Happy Sunday to you guys. Second of all, please, guys, start TVC News on this post. Please start TVC News on this post because I want to.
Can you guys hear it?
Over some allegation that one of their guests made on their TV station recently.
The guest get name. Give the guest name.
Invited to TVC.
The guest get name.
The person made some allegations about me. One of the allegations is that I took 20 million from my NGO accounts and I used it for something else, therefore accusing me of fraud. Another allegation was that I am into men. And all these things were said without evidence. So TVC News, since there was no evidence and some people already believe, I want to come and defend.
Yeah, the girl talker. Thank you, Samuel. The girl talker. Yeah.
Please send me an invitation. So guys, start them to send me an invitation. Now, after defending myself, I would like to also talk about some things because I heard that Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the owner of TVC. So I would like to come to the TV station.
Can you guys hear?
I would like to talk about these things, which is really important for us Nigerians. You know, it's really important.
You're saying that Tinubu owns TVC.
The first one is that there's a revelation made by one politician in the US, and this revelation is very, very scary. That the USA was funding Boko Haram and sponsoring terror.
Okay, I'm not about that. I'm not here for that. So you guys heard what he has said, that asking TVC to come to invite him, and that he heard that is Balabulu that owns TVC. Do you guys know? Do you guys know who owns TVC? So I dropped a comment under his post and I said, so at Comedy DeeOne Evidence, they make you beg TVC News to invite you for an interview. If they don't, you are the victim. And if they do, you are still the victim. We have the answer we have been waiting for. How far with your borehole? That was the response I dropped there for him. Like, okay, so if DeeOne no go TVC go talk, you will not be running Elter Skelter. And guys, I think it's something we should also observe, that anytime something has been said about him, he often shouts. And in my own opinion, I believe he's lying. When he's shouting, when he's talking, he's lying. He's lying. That's all I'm going to say. Guys, okay, I don't know if I want to play this video of Lucky Udu. You guys know Lucky Udu. So let's play Lucky Udu's voice about his experience with Nedu. That's why I said Nedu is a coward. Rather than running away, he should come out and defend himself. So let me pop the video of the voice recording of Lucky Udu that is sent to VDM about his experience with Nedu.
Oh, how is your health too? So I'm sending this voice message because of the issue going on between you and Nedu. Recently, we've just seen that he was asked to resign from Honest Bunch podcast, and I can see a lot of Nigerians are very emotional about it. So I'm not trying to add more fire to the existing fire. It's possible that this is something that might be affecting you somehow, but you might not show it. Maybe you're feeling guilty that he has lost it.
Hello, Biajilu, welcome. Joseph, I'm not here to talk about politics or whatever is happening. If you want us to go down with another case, I just want you to listen to where he was addressing TVC News. We said he wanted to go on TVC, and there because he has a question because he heard that Tinubu is the owner of TVC News. Let him go and be chasing that with TVC. OBM Radiant said, I love your top. Do you share your kind of clothes on your other channel? You know what? This is meant to be like a haul, but I've not even filmed it. But it's actually a dress, and it's from Zara. It's a dress, and it's from Zara.
His job or something. And I'm not also sending this first message to rejoice that he has lost it, but I just want to share my own.
Glory to him. I don't know why StreamYard does this, to be honest. It goes blurry. Maybe because I changed the blur. I'm trying to revert the background back to normal background, but I'm going to have to figure it out at some point. Let me put this message here. I can't find it again. Rattle rats, you can all keep crying. Where's that message again? I beg, let me type rattle rats can cry. Where is the rattle rat? I posted that message earlier on. You guys should keep listening to this. Let me
experience with Nedu. You remember that period where people were saying if Lucky Udu post to your own, don't go? You know, it was a very challenging period for me because I lost a lot of business opportunities. Brands did not want to identify with my brand, and a lot of people that were supposed to come for my interview did not want to come at that time because of how people would perceive them. So it was a really challenging period. And then my manager was trying to see if there's something he could do. So he said, okay, if we can go to Honest Bunch podcast to clarify and talk in details, maybe people have a very good perspective of what my plan.
So those of you saying that VDM is not a bad guy, so you are a type of person who would hold something against somebody to blackmail them with in future. The kind of woman where they marry now, I feel. So you are team recording people's voice, people's calls, or sharing information that maybe somebody gossip with you, sharing to the social media when they never send you matter. Don't worry, karma is a bitch. It comes, what goes around comes around. Okay? If you say he's not a bad person to you, go ahead. That's your opinion. I don't know him and I don't want to know him. Okay? Let's keep listening to Lucky. So this is Lucky Udu sharing his experience of when he met with Nedu. Okay? So, like I said, Nedu is a coward. He shouldn't have run off. He should have come out here to, say his own talk, but he ran off.
Platform he's doing, because Nigerians know how to joke and catch crews. So that was a good idea, and eventually he told me Nedu wanted to speak to me. I was very happy about it. So we got on a call. I greeted him. He responded. Then immediately, what he just said is he doesn't know me. He has never seen my content before. That it's somebody else from the podcast that has seen it, but he does not know me from anywhere, and he doesn't care about anything that I do. That he just wants to go direct to the point. He saw what that guy Gege was saying about my platform, and he went through the platform and just saw a couple of videos. What he can say is that everything that guy said is entirely true. I said, why would he say it's true? I mean, my platform has been helping people. There's nobody who has come on my platform and ended up in a worst situation than they were before. No, we've helped people with millions of naira, with so many opportunities that they...
I've seen Lucky Udu's story and how he's helped people. I don't think he deserved the way Nedu treated him. And so I said Nedu is a coward. Then throw matter, instead of him to come and clear the air, come and say his own side of court. Because I believe, when things like this happen, when you're being thrown with an allegation, if you know you are innocent, why run? And if you know you've said it, come clear the hair. Come clear the hair. You might not necessarily have sat down with that person to start vomiting everything you've said. Maybe a conversation led to it. Hence why I said that all these people that go onto podcasts, I am sure they will sign some sort of undertaking that whatever is being discussed here that has not been agreed to be shared in public should not go into public. But now they do it, they run like diarrhea. Person where installed the day social media. So I don't know why he ran off. And I'm looking at his social media and man, the chief for London. Is he in London or in Paris? He's chilling in London. I don't understand why DeeOne said Nedu is not in good order. Nedu is fine. He's chilling in London or somewhere. I'm sure he's out of country now. But then, like I said, I've watched Lucky Udu's videos. He's been doing good for humanity. It brings people to his channel. It brings people to his page. He helps them raise money. He helps them. What more would he want to do for Nedu to be rubbishing his brand?
I did not imagine they would even find, but he said that that's not true, that he doesn't even care. My platform is not doing anything for anybody. That I should just humble myself, that he's inviting me to the podcast. I should just enter the next available flight and come to Lagos. That is a one life. It's a once in a life.
Oh yes, Oli Mary, I saw that. And that was a disgusting thing to do. That was a very disgusting. There was no need for him to have come out with that message because of what use is he going to make? Was he going to bring Junior Pope back? But still, he turned it into content.
opportunity, and before he changes his mind that Gege is already on his way to Lagos, and Gege, he will be interviewing Gege, but he wants me to also come there to use the opportunity and join Gege to also talk about my platform. I should challenge.
So, Joseph, you're telling me I can't insult, but do you know how many insults you've passed in all of your comments today? So get the fuck, okay? You are telling me I can't insult everyone like that, but do you know how many insults alone? This is your first time on my channel. Do you know how many insults alone you've dropped in this comment section since you've been here? You can't come into my channel and tell me what to say. Okay? And you can't push or you can't force your opinion down my throat, just like I'm not forcing mine down your throat. If it's not conducive here for you, that's the door. That's the door, okay? I am intentionally ignoring and not putting your comments up because I'm seeing the comments. Okay, I'm seeing the comment. You can't go to TV news presenter and tell them what to say on their channel. So why do you think you can come here and tell me what to say or what not to say? Please be respecting yourselves.
Gege on the show, and I told him thank you for the offer, but I think that's not something I want to do, to be on the same space with that guy, because if I should do that, it means I'm encouraging bad behavior. Any young person will just wake up one day and start.
And you know what, again, I don't understand some of us on this social media. And in fact, even on Instagram there, just because you drop a comment alone, you will see some dickhead. They will come and drop insult. Feel free to drop your comment. I've dropped my comment based on what I read. Drop yours, but on wakuri, how did they say that Yoruba? They will just come with their bass with their madness and drop comments. And then when you reply them, they'll start running from pillar to dust. This is my channel. I share my opinion here, and I'm not forcing it down anybody's throat. And if you don't agree with it, just keep mute. Don't come here and drop your comment, your opinions. You allowed your opinions, but don't force it. And don't constitute nuisance with your comments. Odabo, bye-bye, that's the door. I only use something relevant to what I am talking about. Something that is relevant. So I was playing one of his videos where I only want you guys to hear where he said TVC should invite him. I'm not talking about Boko Haram funding whatever in the US, but that's not what we are talking about here. So why should I play a video of him or the session of him talking about US funding Boko Haram? That is not relevant to what we are saying here. So why do you want me to talk about that? That is not what I'm talking about now. So if VDM is feeding you, go and camp under his feet and go and keep for the 1 million naira is giving you guys. I am not giving anybody 1 million naira here. Okay?
Insulting somebody, thinking that will grant them a chance to also be in that same space where they can debate who is right and who is wrong, something like that. So I think that's wrong. And I also respect the people who come to my show, my guests, so much that I would not want to do something like that. So if that's the only opportunity he wants to offer me, because he has intention to interview Gege, but he just wants me to come there, that I would rather pass on it. And I appreciate the fact that he has been in the industry for so long and everything. But he spoke to me rudely. He said so many things that I cannot even mention. At the end of the day, he told me I should make sure this conversation does not get into anybody's ear. That he's just trying to help me, that I'm supposed to, whether he said I'm proud or something, that I'm supposed to humble myself. I'm supposed to bury my face in shame and come to the podcast and come clear the air. Then after the phone conversation we had that day, the last thing he said was I should make sure I never discuss the conversation that I had with him with anybody. That if he ever hears that I do something like that, that he's not even going to tell me what he's going to do, but I should trust that. I think he said something about, he said I'm not going to like him. I can't remember if he tried to brag that he's one of the persons that holds this industry. I don't even, I can't really remember exactly everything he said anyways. But that period was just a moment that I was dealing with a lot of things. So
what Lockwood is practically saying here was how Nedu rubbished his brand, saying that it doesn't help people. And I know what power often turns people into, okay? Power and money often makes people speak to you anyhow. They disrespect you, they disregard you. You know, that they look at you as if you can never amount to nothing. I know that is what money and power do to some people. So I think this voice message of Lucky Udo is a very long one. There's no need to listen to all of that, but if you're interested in listening to it, you'll find it on Very Dark Man's page. I just felt like, no, whatever you find yourself, if you find yourself in a place of position today, it's not enough for you to disrespect people, to treat people like dirt, to make them look as if they're a lesser person. No, because at the end of the day, you don't know what their struggles were. You don't know where they started from. You don't know how they got to where they get to. And maybe it's just like an encouragement word from you that will actually even push them higher to the level they are wanting to reach. So bringing down a brand of somebody that's actually been doing it on their own before you came into their life is just a sad and a very, very bad thing to do. Habi, welcome. You are on live now.
Good evening, sis Wemi.
Good evening, sis. Good evening. How are you, my beautiful sister?
I'm very well, thank you. In this situation, I honestly believe that VDM, Nedu, and DeeOne deserve each other in some way. First of all, they are all a nuisance. Let's be honest. Nedu has not been great. We've spoken about his podcast and how he sets people up, and he doesn't really rebuild people. We've had a couple issues with his topics and the sort of people he has brought on his podcast here and there. However, I think it is very important to point out that the problem with VDM here is very important to see this, because I don't think you guys understand where we're coming from. The problem with VDM here is his approach.
Yes.
VDM does a lot of amazing things, but he ruins the things that he does with his approach. And exactly the only thing I agree with DeeOne on from the podcast was the fact that, for instance, let's use the NAFDAC situation. You have a problem with NAFDAC. I personally have an experience with NAFDAC. It took 2 million naira and 8 months to register products. And you guys if you're Nigerian here, you know that 2 million naira is not the actual price.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know that is some level of bribery.
Mm-hmm.
How many businesses that are just starting out have 2 million naira? And even 8 months. So you want me to keep my business on hold for 8 months before you can register my business? These are the issues. So usually you would expect that what VDM would do is call out NAFDAC. He's calling out a business and he's shutting down the business rather than
the business. Mm.
Do you understand? Oh, you're a terrible business. The end. Rather than, guys, you have 3 months to register your business.
Do this. Yeah.
Otherwise, we have an issue. That would be a better approach.
Mm-hmm.
Give them an idea. Give them a solution. You're an activist, so you should be calling out NAFDAC at the same time. You cannot just go to NAFDAC office and register. It is a process and it is not seamless. Because like many other agencies, they want bribe. I'm sorry to say, but I have personal experience with that. I have shares in a skincare business in Nigeria, and it was a pain to register. 8 months and 2 million naira is ridiculous. And this 2 million naira is not 2 million naira this year. I'm talking about pre-COVID.
It will change.
It was pre-COVID that this particular issue I had with NAFDAC happened. So 5 years ago. These are the issues. Now, people are lucky. I have a problem with people like that. They only have a problem when there's a problem. This is it? I don't know, but me personally, I have a problem with people like Lucky. Why are you speaking up now if you couldn't speak up before? I don't like people like that. People like that rub me off the wrong way, because it's almost like you have a platform anyway, you have a voice of your own. You didn't feel like it was relevant then. Why is it relevant now? People that you look for an opportunity to bring down someone that they've been waiting to bring down. People like that are not to be trusted. That's my only problem I have with Lucky, is why.
Yeah.
What's the importance of what he has said now? To help VDM have more evidence on what? I don't really see how it matters. If it did not matter to him last month, why does it matter? Why did it matter yesterday?
Exactly.
People like that rub me off the wrong way. This is a personal thing. It's just a personal thing. I'm not giving any extra opinions on Lucky. Personally, I don't like people that handle stuff like that. That's that.
Thank you, Abby, for your contribution. I really appreciate you. Guys, the link is in the comment section. We are taking opinions now because I've heard all I've got to say. Mine is that I pretty much stand on the side of what Abby have said as well. Like, no, I've always said that the way Very Dark Man approaches matters, is arrogancy, the way he puts across issues. Like, there's a way you talk about things. You don't have to put all this ego thingy, you're shouting, na me talk, na me this, and I'm like, hold on. Delegiwa do pass you. Kenny, something Faro, how do they call them? Bola Ige. These are all the people who laid their lives down for Nigeria. Where are they today? If you want to win something, if you want to win a war, there's a way you go on about it. The way he's been going on about things, he's just been doing it the wrong way. And yes, he's done some great things. I mean, I was watching a video of a lady who said there are some girls that were they stuck in a certain country. And I think I watched that video on his channel where I think there was a girl who said she was stuck was it in Saudi Arabia or something, how the girl went into his DM and how he was able to send money and buy the ticket for the girl to come back to Nigeria. That's a good thing to do. He did it with his own money, out of his own pocket. But just like Abby has said, this is actually calling out the authorities for not keeping an eye on some of these businesses. So a skincare business, like for even me, that I'm sitting out here, I have a skincare business in the UK. I sell moisturizer, body moisturizer made with body butter. Before I can even sell, I have to make sure that I send a sample to the what's it called? I can't even remember what it's called now. I send a sample there. After sending the sample there, I don't know what kind of test they do, and then they tell me it's passed. And then there's a portal. There's a portal where every cosmetic product being sold in the UK, if that product is not registered in that portal, you can't sell it. You can't even gift it to your friend. So let me say, for example, I sell candles as well. So let's say, for example, I made this product for the skin. And I now want to gift my friend that, help me test it. I can't do that because it's not been registered. It's not been entered into the portal. For the fact that it has not been entered into the portal, I can't sell it or even gift it to my friend. So this is something where the NDLEA or whatever, all these brands are meant to be doing in Nigeria. Like, okay, if you're going to sell skincare product, before you even sell that product at all, you must enter your product into the portal. And in the portal, what do you register there? You register all the ingredients in your products to be sure that you are not using ingredients that will maybe cause scarring to somebody's body or that will burn people. No, they just ensure that that product is safe. So now you as someone, you now notice that business is not registered. What you will do, they do it here in the UK. But for me, since I've been selling my products, I've never been reported. My products have never been reported. All you have to do is report the brand to the arm of government that is meant to be safe checking these products. Oh, there's a product I bought. It has no NDLEA number. Why is that? And then it's now up to NDLEA to investigate that brand, to check their system. If they NAFDAC, sorry. Yeah. So now check if their product has NAFDAC number. If it doesn't have a NAFDAC number, then NAFDAC will spring into action and go and visit that business. You, as the person who reported the product, you've done your best. That's all you need to do. Because NAFDAC already got hold of the brand now, they will definitely chase them. And along the line, once NAFDAC get onto them, they will end up, making sure that product has NAFDAC number. But in your own case, you are coming to drag that business out of existence. Then how have you corrected the people? Do you know how much money has gone into their business? Do you know how much sweat? Maybe they are in the process of maybe going to NAFDAC, but then before you actually sell a product, you should not even sell that product before you even get your NAFDAC number. But the way it's been going on about it, it comes out like braggadociousness. Na me that. No, you don't speak to people like that.
Sorry.
If you want to enter person's body, if there's a way you speak, you will enter that person's body, finish, the person will not know what you've done. But in his own way, you are pulling these businesses down, and then you come here and say you're active. Like, what is your activity? You do borehole for water. It's a great gesture. Yeah, we see what you're doing, but the manner of approaching people has to change. I think that was one of the turn-offs for me with him the first time I saw his video. And yes, for those of you who are working with the rattle rats, he started off wrong, calling out women. A young girl lost her life. Her boyfriend, her alleged Yahoo boyfriend, unalived her. And Very Dark Man said the girl deserved what happened to her. Like, he has a sister as well. What if that girl was his daughter or was the youngest sister in his household? Would he say that? And there at some point, it was starting to get in the right direction. And again, he went off tangent again. It was just too, I was just like, no, I can't deal with a person like this. And then when you now call him out, you see all of his rats, all his rats. Yeah, I call them rats because all they do is insult people. There's a way and manner you approach things. The link is in the comment section if anybody wants to come up.
I'm sorry, you guys don't understand that it's not about if your products are allowed, if you're allowed to sell products or not. It's the fact that VDM cannot say, he's a Nigerian that lives in Nigeria. He cannot say that he's unaware of the practices of NAFDAC.
Now, exactly.
You cannot see the way Mom of 5 said she sent a sample. Very seamless process. I live in the UK, Mr. Michael. Don't act like I live in the corridor or something, please. Saying about in the diaspora, I know what I'm talking about. I said I have shares in a skincare products in Nigeria, skincare line in Nigeria, and it took us 2 million naira and 8 months to register because the process is not seamless. NAFDAC requires bribe, requires a lot of pushing, requires you to know somebody there. How many people have 2 million naira and contacts? I had to have a contact there to be able to register that business. That is my point. The host, Mom of 5, told you it is a very seamless situation here in the UK. You send a
I don't even need to speak to anybody.
You don't need to speak to anybody. In Nigeria,
just send the products.
I know. Hello, please. Does anybody know anybody in NAFDAC? Please. Okay. How much? Okay. And you guys want to pretend like you don't know that? That is the system across the board in many agencies. VDM knows that. But rather than also calling out NAFDAC, he calls out the businesses. Rather than actually coaching them through it, calling out NAFDAC at the same time, he shuts down
because they are not doing their business. If they are doing their job, they will know that there are lots of products that need to be checked for NAFDAC number that are going under their noses, but they are not doing anything about it.
And if it was important, they would make the process straight to the point. Here is how much you need to register, a reasonable amount, 10,000. This is what you need to do. This is what you need to do. In 1 month, your samples will be approved. But why would any business waste 8 months of their time selling?
So which means that 8 months they've invested money, they can't sell their brand, they can't sell their product. When are they going to make profits?
8 months. When would they sell it? Yes, you guys want to talk about unemployment. Next thing now, if they go into fraud or anything is an issue. Can't you see how everything is connected? Can't you see how everything is connected? But you want to say something diaspora. Please, let's be realistic here. We know our country. There is no agency that is seamless. It's always about bribe and corruption in that country.
So I've dropped the link in the comment section. If you want to come hear your opinion, come hear your opinion. What we are trying to say in the essence is that yes, in the UK, like I said, I sell candles, I sell skincare product, and before I ever sold my first skincare, I have to go and register the business first. The product, before I sell it, I have to send it to them to check something cosmetic, something to check it, and then I now go onto the portal. The portal is going to tell me what kind of container I can put my product in to sell. And then I will now list all the ingredients of my product, which they will now check. If they are happy with all the products, and this product that I'm selling, this skincare stuff, I did not just formulate it in my bedroom. A chemist or a skincare cosmetologist will be the one to formulate it, will be the one to get the recipe formulated for me. And that is not cheap. And then once this recipe has been formulated for me, I will now make up the product. My cosmetologist have already checked to say that this recipe is perfect for the product. You are good to go. Just follow the portal system. Portal system means it gives you instruction on, okay, anything skincare, it has to go into a plastic tub. It can't go in a glass and something like that. It depends on the kind of skincare stuff. And then the portal will tell you, this is the kind of tub you can use for this product. This is where we need all the list of the products, of the ingredients. What is shea butter known as? Did you add any perfume? Did you add any color? All of these things, you list it out. And then they want a list of all of your documentations. How are you keeping tab of all of your ingredients? Where do you buy your shea butter from? Where do you buy your olive oil from? Do they have batch numbers? All of these things you put. In fact, the portal is a big job. It's not, you don't pay anybody any money. You don't have to pay anybody any money. It's something you just sit down in the confines of your own house on your laptop and do, but it's time consuming. The product itself is not even wala. You have to put all of these things, the batch number of your product, where you buy it from, if you're shipping your product from Nigeria or from anywhere, you put all of those things. After which you put it in, then in 24 hours, they will action your product, which means it's now in the portal, and then you can start selling. I have different, like maybe 7 moisturizing butter that I sell, different fragrances, and that was what I did for all. In terms of candle, it doesn't take that process. All you have to do is before you sell your candle, make sure you've tested it, make sure that it's safe. You don't put it in a plastic bottle. If anybody is selling you candle in a plastic bottle, run. It has to be in a glass. All of these things you put into place. It's a seamless procedure, but in Nigeria, how has NAFDAC made it easy for all these businesses? Just like Abia said, how have they made the procedure? I also have a video with that. I also have a video coming about this third-party insurance thing that they've just introduced. So they said they introduced it was on the 1st of February. I heard about it. I've lived in Nigeria all my life. I mean, till I was 19. I've never heard of third-party insurance. In fact, I've never heard of Insurance Act 2003 before. All I know is that people buy cars and they drive their cars. So now the IG of police now came out to say, oh, 1st of February, we are implementing this if you don't have a third-party insurance. And I understand what they're trying to do. It's just like here in the UK. Before you even, here in the UK, if you know you want to drive a car, there are some things you need to get into your head. One, you learn to drive. Before you learn to drive, you get your provisional license, and then you do your test, you do your theory, you pass your driving test. Before you actually get yourself into a car, you do what? You get your car insurance, you get your MOT, all of these things in place. You can't drive a car without you getting a car insurance. The reason being that, God forbid you get involved in an accident. Anybody that's impacted by that accident, your insurance will cover it. If your car is written off, if it's a comprehensive one, your insurance will deal with everything. Either whatever it is they want to pay you, or will want to pay the person involved or anything like that. Even if your car gets damaged, insurance here in the UK solve it. In Nigeria, I know people buy cars and they drive their cars. I don't know if they buy insurance. Maybe now it's now available. So the IGP of police now came out with this third-party insurance. How many generations of people in Nigeria know that there's Insurance Act of 2003 that they need to buy insurance before they drive their car? Or how many driving schools are there in Nigeria? So my argument, that video is coming this week. Keep an eye out for it. So my argument is, okay, 1st of February, they started implementing police cars are stopping cars. The people that have been driving, people who drive a Molue, who drive Danfo, how have you educated them about the benefits of this car insurance that you're asking them to get? You just want to start implementing it. How have you made them aware of it? Is there a designated area they have to go to? Person when they drive Molue for the past 20 years, they never heard of car insurance before. You now tell them to go and police now stop them. That, oh, where's your insurance? The person will just be looking like you, like Mugu. So what have you put in place? Where do they go? Is it a matter of, oh, if I have a bank, Sterling Bank, oh, if I go to Sterling Bank, will I be able to get this insurance there? If I go to Wema Bank, will I be able to get this insurance there? What have they put in place to make it easy for people to get that third-party insurance and educate them of the benefits of the insurance? What have they done? And it's, like I said in that video, here in the UK, you can't just see a police car on the road stopping people. You can't just see a police car on the road stopping people. But in Nigeria, every junction, they'll pull up a mount. Why are they pulling up a mount? If a car is driving here and a police car suspects you, they will flag you down. In Nigeria, they don't suspect you, they stop you. So what I'm trying to say in essence is that I understand why they are putting all of these systems in place, but they've not make it easy for a standard Nigerian to be able to assess and follow the procedures. Okay, first party, third party insurance. I read it, is a very good thing. If somebody is involved in an accident, they can pay them maybe a compensation for maybe somebody's on the walk on, like all this accident that has been happening in Nigeria, where they will say trailer broke. We don't know who to hold responsible for the people that have died. In this instance now, and then I also asked in that video, do they have a database? Everybody that owns a car in Nigeria, how do they register that person's name to their cars? Because it's a different case. Person will drive trailer today, drive another car tomorrow. Are they insured on that trailer? How many drivers are insured on that trailer? So that if one drive the trailer today and buy person, who are you going to trace it back to? Do they have the database for that? Do they have the database of all the cars in Nigeria? to be able to make sure that, okay, if somebody commits accident, you can easily track them back and then you can pay the victims compensation. I understand the logic behind it, the benefit, but how have they educated people about the benefits of it? So these systems are being put in place, but they are not actually making it easier for people to access it and understand why it is there. Hence why the fight that Very Dark Man is fighting, hence why I'm like, no, you're just fighting this fight, but how are you actually ensuring that these people you are dragging to this place are putting things in place so that people can easily follow it? That's just what I've got to say there. Yes, it's coming in a good way. Yes, or some people, if you speak to them in a gentle way, they won't listen. Until you shout at them, that is when they will do things. I guess that's the approach that Very Dark Man is following, but not in all cases. Not in all cases. I got to, so I remember Moolue, that Moolue going to Dumota. Guys, I'm rounding up now. I'm going to drop the link in the comment section. If anybody wants to jump on, we've got another 10 minutes before I round up, guys, okay? I'm going to read your comment and then we'll round up. The link is in the comment section. I don't need to complain to VDM. I don't need to complain. The people that these things are impacting can actually do so themselves.
Also, I'm not even trying to be funny. Who the hell does VDM think he is? Because no,
do you know how many times I've asked that question, Abby? No, I don't have the answer. So
he's actually nobody. And I'm saying this as someone that also has a platform. Anybody can grow a platform and just start doing one thing or the other, right? In the grand scheme of things, you are nobody. Because this man said TVC should invite him to clear his name and to defend himself, which I believe that's one thing I like about Daddy Freeze.
Yeah,
I dislike so many things about Daddy Freeze. The one thing I like about Daddy Freeze is that every time he does anything, he says he wants to hear from all parties. So I think that a channel like TVC that is meant to be more mainstream media should be asking for more information from all parties. Absolutely. They should be doing research before putting out information. That is my problem with TVC. We had the same situation with them as well with the previous thing. Was it with the...
Yeah, when Harrison went to talk about Tariq and Afiba.
Exactly. They don't.
Was it there that Harrison went to and they turned it to a low show thingy?
Exactly. You're not social media. You're a mainstream media. You need to conduct investigation, right? Investigative journalism. You can't just come and be talking anyhow, right? That's the problem I have with TVC. However, imagine VDM putting out a clause right there saying, I also want to talk about the Boko Haram issue because I heard Tinubu is the owner of the channel. Excuse me? Who are you giving? Like, you're giving ultimatums. Like, who are you?
That was why I said that he placed.
Tinubu is still your president, whether you like him or not. He's not your dad.
Michael, you are saying that we should talk about this topic is not about US funding Boko Haram or anything like that. I'm not interested in all of that matter. In fact, I was actually going to do a sit-down video, but it's not something I really want to bring here because I don't have an understanding of all of that angle at all. I don't have the time. But what I'm really on about is the fact that you can't keep calling out people when they do private things that everybody does, okay? Here, you've been called to say that you are gay. Defend yourself. Stop dragging the unnecessary people. And the people that are saying that their business is not done in the right way, drag them and ensure they follow due processes so that their business could flourish, not that their business is shut down. That's what we are saying here. Yes, I was saying, I was listening to his video here. That was why I was calling out Joseph there that I only wanted you guys to listen to where he asked for TVC to invite him so he can explain himself. And from that his video, there was a video of when DeeOne was on the show and he used something to cover up DeeOne's face. Several thousand of people don't go TVC news. So which guest are you talking about? The guest get name, I be the guest no get name. So why can't you say, your recent or maybe your guest from yesterday? But he said your guest. You know how many people don't go TVC news? But yet, he's allowed his chance to come defend himself. Because as it is, DeeOne said he's not going to showcase that evidence. I'm sure he showed it to the male presenter on TVC news and he showed it to the presenter on that radio show. He shows it or he's already showed it. He not go put money for my pockets. The people he's protecting, he knows why he's protecting them. All I know is that it does not speak well of you when you take people's pains to revenge on them. It doesn't speak well of you. Or people entrust something in your hands and then you start going blah, 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 blah. Just like how you said that Nedu told him he knocked all these girls. Nedu told you. Did he give you proof of him knocking the girls? Did he give you videos of him knocking the girls? He did not give you any of that. So why do you think it's your position to come out and call those girls out? It's not the right, was not the right thing to do.
And
That's
even
why
his apology to that girl wasn't very straightforward. Like you could tell that it wasn't heartfelt, and it felt like
it wasn't. You know,
I'm
you see how to
saving
do.
you.
You see how to do corner. Something.
That's what I'm
This
saying.
he
It's
said
not
that.
me. Oh.
That he said that.
It's not
You
me.
know?
And the thing is, I think it felt like a good enough apology would be giving the girl some sort of platform. So if the girl got an extra 2,000 followers from his platform, that would be a fair enough apology. That's what I saw. Because what was the point of bringing her live? It felt like he had to give
Exactly.
her that.
I felt
him
he just
to
came to
forgive
mock. He
him.
just came to mock her. The more, that's why I said that girl should have just sent him a lawsuit straight away. You should have just, filed like, you know what, you ruined my success. You said that it was because I put my back for ground. Like him, where he got to today, or the people he is affiliated to, how did he go to meet them? No, before his contract to meet them. You know what? All I know is that you can't keep calling out here when you've got issues with somebody and you are now dragging other people along. Deal with face the person you have issues with. You don't need to drag third parties into whatever issue you're having. I'm still of the opinion that it was DeeOne that called him out, that said those things about him, and I felt he should face DeeOne rather than face Nedu. Yes, in a way, he's used that to expose Nedu because he felt that maybe Nedu invited DeeOne to the podcast because he refused to go. And DeeOne, very dark man, has alleged that all those people that came to the show, maybe they've been given something. He did not even use alleged, though. He said it with his full chest. He said it with his full chest. If that was what Nedu did, does it affect you in any way? Does Peter Obi going to Nedu's podcast, does it affect you in any way? Does all the people who went onto that podcast before DeeOne, what they went there to say, does it affect you in any way? It did not.
Always
It did not.
careless.
You just come out here and start saying all that. If you have something with Nedu, sort it out one-to-one with him. And I don't like people who do that.
Followers in the chat that have been talking, can you see what we're saying? So you have a problem with Nedu. Okay, let's assume, because it wasn't even Nedu that said anything, but let's assume that you've been waiting for Nedu in the corner and you finally got the opportunity. All of a sudden, 98% of people that have gone on that podcast have slept with him, have done. Is that necessary? What did they do to him?
That's why I said those people should now slam him with lawsuits.
And you see
because
the
he did not even use the word allegedly. Even though Two-Face has warned all of us, we should be using allegedly. This one did not use allegedly. He said it with his full chest.
And you see how me personally, I don't support VDM because I do believe that he doesn't like women. And that is a problem for me. You can't be an activist and say that you prefer men to women. Because think about it now. When he was referring to people that have slept with Nedu, please, was referring to women.
Yeah.
Very unnecessary. So now, mischievous Nigerians are meant to go and start watching all of the podcasts and counting the women that have been there. Because we know that there's no accusation of Nedu being gay.
Gay, exactly.
So he was talking about women. That's my issue.
Yeah.
So whether or not VDM has helped you retrieve your money or done anything nice for you, that's not even the point. I'm not saying that he's been wrong about it. I just feel like he does, even the time, whenever he gives people chances as well, he will just say stuff like, I give you 7 hours, I give you 8 hours. Like, I don't know. It doesn't scream activism to me. Like I said, are you a militant?
Not to me either. Not to me either.
He's giving, what's it called? He's more like a bully. Yeah. And I think there has to be better ways to do these things. We've said it as well. If you want someone to register a product, I give you 3 months to register your products. NAFDAC.
Exactly.
This girl is coming to your office next week. Because we know NAFDAC is not seamless either. That would be a better approach. But no, shut down the business. I'm coming.
Shut down the business. That's what it's doing. That's what it's doing.
That is bullying, guys. How can't you see it? And the next thing people are saying that Nigerians don't need someone that has soft hand. No problem until you touch you.
Soft hand. So all the shege that the government is showing you guys.
Not enough for them. They still want militants.
Hey, I tell you, right there that. Now God go save you now. I know people have said, I'm an open book. When I don't like somebody, I make it clear here. But then just because I don't like somebody does not mean that when I see them doing the wrong thing, that I will not call them. I'll call you out. And in the past, I've said of the good things they said as well. It's just the way he approaches. I've said it here. Only those of you who are new here will like, oh, what's wrong with this one that is talking like this? I've said of the good things that he's done. Like, I know I just mentioned about the girl that was in Saudi Arabia who said that she wanted to leave, that the people she's working for, they've seized her passport. I mentioned how, he was able to send money to get ticket for this girl to come back to Nigeria. I identify the things that he's done, but most of the things he's doing them the wrong way. He's damaging people's brand the more as compared to him calling them out for not doing the right thing. Now he's jumped onto the fact that some people are buying Range Rover. What is his business with what kind of brand they are buying? And these are women, because women are buying. You see a Destiny Etico now. That one launched a Range Rover, whatever. He's jumped on that one again. Why? And all of you need to be telling us what year, what make. How is that your freaking business?
In the grand scheme of things, for someone that is fighting for the nation, how is that relevant? You people that are always fighting for him, how is that relevant? Can you not see that he's distracted?
Exactly. He's jumping everywhere. Is that what activists do? Is that what activism is all about? People thought they buy Range Rover. You're like, in fact, let me go and find that post. So that it's not as if you're the only one who is talking now. Where is that post where it was saying that the car that they bought, they should be showing us the brand of their car or whatever it is. I can't even remember how we said itself. Let me find the video.
Now, the pressure where all these Nollywood actors and actresses, they put a lot of Nigeria is just crazy. I just see one news. But in there, they say Destiny Etico, the actress, buy G-Wagon 350 million.
Tell me, how is this problem?
Yeah, if you say a lot of lie.
How is that his problem?
If you want this short, you know the lie, because a lot of now go buy old motor now go upgrade her.
How is that his problem?
This way to buy, we go to send the latest one. You understand? So from now, if you buy a car on our one post time, since you like to show off, more than they post the manufacturing dates on the car.
How is a car his problem? Is that part of activism?
Now, BMW XL. This BMW XL. So
how is that our problem?
I say, okay, you buy a new car. You go show us the year. Did they write the year for year?
How is that my problem?
Or they write for the belt? Or
how is that our problem?
I the man one so that it will be very, very correct.
How is that his problem? Is that part of activism as well? Right there, that's answer.
So, make I find the year. So, as you post now, say you buy new car. Since you don't want to pressure everybody,
Voila.
Post the year of the car. This is
how is that anybody's business?
X7. This car, new one, is worth about 250 million or 200 million thereabouts. You don't understand? So if I thought that the second hand one you buy, this one apart and sell don't the tire person. You know, go buy a car. I know this Range Rover one that they buy. A lot of them they go buy the one that they upgrade.
Guys, how is somebody buying a car is bloody business? Is that part of activism as well? And then he goes on to show us the BMW he drives. How is that anybody's? Is that part? Right there, that I'm calling you guys now. How is that his business? Is that part of activism as well? Person showcase says she buy Range Rover. When the video they buy motor, did this laughing car with a nose ring come out to tell us that hey, the video which brand you buy or which year you buy? When all of his friends are buying their flashy cars, did he come out here to say they are pressuring you? Is that part of activism as well? They're just buying upgraded whatever. Upgraded. Even if they buy upgraded whatever, did they take a penny from you? It just jumps into everything. And at the thing where I tell that they follow be this. How is somebody buying, even if now upgraded G-Wagon they buy, even if now no be terrible cha-cha, how is that his business? Now, if that Destiny Echo come to Yabim, people will say, they are always going to look for his trouble. How have this girl gone to look for his trouble now? How has she gone to look for his trouble? Me that I'm sitting down here, do you know how much I made from YouTube money last month? Do you know? And you don't know if this girl has other various, multiple business, but then it's not his business. But then you already have something to say about the guys, about our car. When Davido was buying car there, you don't come out to tell the video. Now upgraded one you buy. I be which year you buy.
Is it not
You don't tell us
because
the year.
Destiny Etiko is a woman? It's not because
Exactly.
because VDM loves the agenda of Ashewo and the hookup. He loves the agenda so much where women are concerned. Every opportunity he finds, because see, that's the reason he released that content creator's picture.
Yeah.
Sharply, because it has to do with hookup. You hooked up with Nedu and you got a little bit of success. That is, he likes those sort of narratives around women. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. Meanwhile, he was also an ex-worker. So you would think that
ex-worker, ex-olosho.
you would think that he will support his colleagues in the
exactly. He will support them. Or no, he's not supporting them.
He's always against.
Maybe because his own. It must have been a very, very painful goal.
Anytime he has opportunity to talk down a woman, or should I say, attribute her success to a man.
So sorry, Abby. Joseph is saying that no, but focus on his good. The person will go drop controversial video and he will block comments. The person where they want to invite you. The person where I'm sure I've listened to one of his videos that he said that other people's opinion does not matter, but he wants his opinion to matter. I'm not going to waste my breath on him. I'm sure you've heard him several times say that his opinion is the only thing that matters. Though everybody else's opinion does not matter. So why should I go and waste my spit under his comment section? If he thinks that he's doing the right thing, he should feel free with his chest. Anytime he drops any controversial topic or any controversial video, let him leave his comment section open. But he doesn't do that. Why should I go educate him? He knows better. He's Methuselah. He knows everything. Let him continue. Let him continue. Guys, we are rounding up here. It's almost 2 hours. We've got another 14 minutes and exactly 2 hours. I'm going to end this live stream, guys. This is the longest I've been on a live stream. So that's him there, chasing relevant things. Chasing irrelevant things. I can't speak English tonight. A person buy moto. How is that his business? If this Destiny Etiko now come and call him out and blast him now, his rats will say, oh, they always come to look for his trouble. They always come to look for his trouble. How has Destiny Etiko? And that one there, no, that one, somebody needs to put him in his corner. Somebody needs to put him in his corner. He's done a whole lot as well. Because that one will stylishly repost something. But then he's doing it in a shady way. Yeah, that one too does good things on his birthday day. I saw he was gifting me. He does it every year anyway. I loved how he reach out to people. But then he's got this scheming thing in as well. Why? I
want to ask a question. So after VDM finished threatening TVC, right? Is he expecting? No, it's true. Is he expecting them to bring him on?
Let's wait. But no, on TV when DeeOne was there, TVC were like, oh, let's hope that the VDM will come. Will want to say his own side. So let's hope. Let's be watching.
And on a very serious note, I'm not even trying to be funny. Does VDM think that if he goes against Tinubu, he will come back the same? I want to just ask you this question. Like, no, because he's following small people. Everybody. To be honest, everyone that he keeps going and dragging, they're inconsequential in the grand scheme of things. Check them. Let's be honest. Yeah. Who is Nedu? He only follows social media people. He doesn't even follow any of. Check it. There's no. When it was them, what's it called? Was it Shatima? Who did they say was EFCC had an issue?
Abby, hold on. Man of Prestige, climb on stage. What did I do? Man of Prestige, what did I do? Where are you? You've run away. So Man of Prestige said, that Mama 5, if you attempt to educate VDM and your VDM gets exposed later, just know that I will make fun of you. Man of Prestige, how now? He said, if you attempt to educate VDM and your DM gets exposed, I'll just close my DM. Because that's why I said I'm not
just being sarcastic off of that person's comment about he needs education.
Man of Prestige, where are you? Come out, so that's why I said I'm not going to waste my breath, because if he knows that what he's saying, when he drops those controversial videos, why they lock comment section? He should not lock comment section. He should not. So I'm not going to waste my speech. I'll carry on, Abby.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like I don't know if he thinks that if he goes against Tinubu, like everything will be all right. I mean, this is a government that was okay to open fire, against innocent citizens that were just protesting for their own right to protest. And VDM, one man, thinks that he's special. No problem, Sha. No
In
problem.
fight for Nigerians. Joseph, I've told you. Dele Giwa, Ken Saro, Wiwa, is that Ken Saro or what's his name? Bola Ige. Then do pass Very Dark Man. Where are they today? I pray nothing happens to him. Oh. And like we've said, I'm rounding up, guys. Like we've said, there are some good aspects to things he's done. He just needs to see that his chest. At least you guys should start from telling him to be wearing clothes. Yeah, be telling him to be wearing clothes. Be telling him to wear. Let him start from there. And when he's addressing controversial issues, he should stop. Anytime he's addressing issues that concerns him, maybe the way DeeOne has called him out now, he should stop shouting because we know he's lying. He should stop shouting. There's a way he can put across, he's been asked a direct question and he's giving us, he's gone back and forth, yo-yo-ish. All I want to know is, how is this borehole doing? Okay? Yes, let TVC give him his own side, but I think in a way, it's kind of like putting, it kind of like gave TVC a clause, like it kind of like put an arrow around their neck.
He has to talk about
I want to come and talk about this to clear my hair about the allegation that your recent guest or your guest said, the guest get name, but we talk the name. And then I heard that it's Bola Tinubu that holds TVC. So I want to come and talk about talk about Boko Haram on your page. You don't need to go to TVC to talk about that. There's already news channel talking about that already. So if you now want to, maybe you want to go and address the fact that DeeOne called you a gay. Go and talk about, but don't try and put TVC in a tight corner. Don't put them in a tight corner. That's what I'm going to say.
Always threatening and blackmailing.
Exactly. So there's a little bit, there's a twinge of threat there to TVC. And that was, I heard saying that Tinubu get TVC. So?
And you know what's very weird about the TVC thing is that there's nowhere that you will see that Tinubu actually owns TVC. There have been numerous CEOs and MDs. And so whether or not he owns it is not even sure. My point is, it's not even relevant. Whether or not you go on that show to talk about Boko Haram or not does not mean that it will get to Tinubu or Tinubu will answer you. Because he doesn't even own it with his chest that is the owner of TVC. That is just a rumor. Nobody has been able to prove it. I have done lots of research and there's nowhere where it is written that he's the owner. And that's fine. It doesn't mean that he's not the owner. My point is that even what is not relevant, because either way is not going to make him answer you or not. A man that does not feel the need to address the country, at a press conference, is you he's going to address. The audacity of this guy. No, he has not addressed the people that elected him. Or you think that when you go on TVC, he will address you. As whom?
Oh, God. Mm-hmm.
Yo, that's ridiculous.
Honestly, you know what? All I'm going to say is this: whatever he's doing, or whatever we are all doing, Nigeria, we are all in it for Nigeria, okay? We are all in it for Nigeria. And the way it's going on about people, when you are correcting people, when you are calling out people, try and correct them at the same time. But for him, nobody can correct him, okay? That's why I'm not going to waste my breath on him. And also, it should mellow down. We all know that gay business is not legit in Nigeria. Even the people that are turning themselves to he, she, them, they in US, you guys know what Trump has done to them? Do you all know what Trump has done to them? So it just needs to be calming down. But for me, I will never be a fan of the VDM. Okay? Because it's talked down on the girl child. It talks down on women a lot. Now you don't forget, say mama self na woman. Now inside Toto intake come.
Someone that his mom couldn't tell to calm down, remember?
Exactly. So he forgot that his mother is also a woman. So for me, if you're disrespecting women out there, it just goes to show how or the way you treat your own mother as well. In all that I said, like I said, the girl, somebody mentioned the name of the other girl that went on that podcast that has already filed a lawsuit towards him. It should just don't put allegations out. Because somebody talked to you about it does not mean that what they've said is exact truth. So Nedu told you this, you came running with it. It does not make sense. And if you have an issue with somebody, meet and fight that person directly. Do it directly. You might not want to do it now, you might want to do it later. And then when you are fighting your battle, don't bring other people, don't carry body, people follow body, because you decide to you call Saida, but say, hey, Saida, but come here. That one Kukugma gave him. That one dug into him well. That one dug into him. Fight your battle alone and stop bringing innocent people around. That's just all I'm going to say here. I know we still got a lot of way to go. And then somebody was saying about it's still because it was not people were not talking. People have been talking before VDM came out now. People have been talking. You think that the kind of godfather that he has, if other people that have been talking have the kind of godfather, you think there will not be lots of people that are talking? You think there will not be a lot of people that are talking as well? People that are talking, and then if you want to talk, it's not about you talking to create enmity. You want to sever a relationship. You want to solve something. But when you're doing this, you don't want to create enmity. You don't want to open doors for more enemies. You want to make friends along the way when you are correcting them. But in his own case, it's do fight. Pafuka. That's what he does. He comes in, disrupt things. Pafuka. It doesn't care what he's putting in his back. And that's not how you go about when you call yourself an activist. That's not how you go about it. That's just my own opinion. Guys, we are rounding up now. Just going to start reading the comments and then I'm going to round up here. It's been here almost 2 hours. Hello and welcome to all the new people. I see Paul here. I believe it's your first time here. You're welcome. I hope you like it. I see Mr. Michael as well. Welcome. I hope you like it here as well. And those of you who are my returning subscribers, I really appreciate you all. Thank you for joining me today. VDM is the only one that talks with evidence. Michael, the stuff he raised about Iyabo Ojo and Tonto Dike being just about, where is the evidence? The allegation he made against Iyabo Ojo and her daughter allegedly doing threesome with Naira Marley, where is the evidence?
Oh my God, I forgot about that. So why is he so angry at calling him gay? He says terrible things all the time.
Where is the evidence? He comes at they knock mama, then they knock daughter as well. Naira Marley. Where is the evidence? All the people he has tarnished, how many evidence has he brought? I don't know what you mean by he brings evidence.
Can I ask Rattle Gang a question? Sorry,
I want to
ask you a question. Sorry. So after I just remembered what he said about Iyabo Ojo and her daughter and stuff like that. That's very, very nasty. I forgot. Exactly. I don't know if I forgot about that. So why is he so mad when people say that he's gay? Also, he also said Fowles is gay with Bobrisky.
Exactly. Allegedly. So now they don't call him the same thing. He's mad. He's upset.
It doesn't make sense now. He's able to take it like a big boy with his big chest.
Did it oil. I'm rounding up. Very dark man. How is your borehole? In my own opinion, I think we already have the answer. It does not really need to come out and tell us if he's a gay or not. I think we already have the answer. His actions has proved what we are waiting to know. And that's just all I'm going to say. Hello, B. How are you? Long time. He can't take the half of what he did. He's like, you know what? See that case of him calling Iyabo Ojo and her daughter saying they had threesome. Child, if that was in diaspora, every lawsuit, if you don't get money to pay, Omalofimu Dori in prison, you will go to prison. Because Michael was saying that, he brings evidence. What evidence? What evidence? It's not brought, to the best of my knowledge, he's not brought any evidence. That's why Iyabo Ojo had to take him to court. He also alleged that Tonto Dike was gist lover. No evidence. He dropped on Iyabo Ojo. Iyabo Ojo is gist lover. Like, why? It's all these women you have issues with. Women. How many men has he dragged? How many has he dragged? Exactly, Joseph. Now you are talking. I told him that if he really wants to go after getting Nigeria better, he should go and start for Yahaya Bello. That's the only assignment I gave you. Yahaya Bello. Let him go and deal with it. In fact, I think he has came out to apologize to Yahaya Bello. And I was shocked, like, Mr. Man, with evidence that EFCC had, you came to apologize. I don't know you from nowhere. There was no reason for me to have disrespected you. Okay, there's another guy. They said that EFCC said he chopped money. Go and drag them. Go and drag those people. And this woman that ran to America that US just released the money she stole. Drag her. These are the people that are not making money to reach all those schools that you are now using your NGO money to do water for them. Drag them. Stop dragging a standard Nigerian citizen that is trying to make ends meet for themselves. Drag them. Drag politicians. You know why? I was not even going to start talking about Very Dark Man, but when it started, going about people's lives, personal life, people are struggling to make ends meet. Even you that you are here talking, you once sold Bola. The Bola way you do now, just business will no work for you. Politicians are the ones sitting on the Nigerian treasure. Start with them. Don't go for the lowest man. Don't go for the lowest person. Don't go for the lower class citizen. Go with the first class citizen. People that are chopping money, that we can see that they are actually chopping Nigerian money. Go for them. That is when I will know that Very Dark Man actually meant good for Nigerians. That's just what I'm going to say. Anyway, guys, this is where I'm going to pull the plug for today. It's past my bedtime. There's work tomorrow. I resume back to work tomorrow. Thank you so much to each and every one of you. I really appreciate you being here. Guys, I really appreciate each and every one of you that have been here so far. The ones that have come here to insult me, I've blocked them. I respect you if you drop your opinions respectfully and allow me hear my opinion and my views respectfully. You don't have to agree with me, and I don't have to agree with you. And with that being said, we don't have to disrespect or be rude to one another. We can always form matured conversations here. We learn, we agree to disagree, we learn to gain knowledge. But if you come here and, disrespect me, insult me, before, when I was JJC on YouTube, I will keep quiet. Now, if you bring me Gbasgbos, I will give you Gbasgbos. That's just one thing I really want you guys to know. So thank you so much, each and every one of you who have been here. I really appreciate you all. Those of you who are new and are here for the first time on my channel, you're welcome. I hope you like it here, and I hope you join me, my future live streams. I've got lots of videos that you can catch up on my channel. And also, please do not hesitate to join my membership. Abby is one of my members here. Being a member of my membership is just a way of you supporting my channel to say, oh, that Mama 5, see that live stream you did there. I absolutely adore what you say there. Take this £5, take this £5, take this, take £2.99. That's a way to support me. There's £2.99, there's £4, and there's £20. Like, that's kind of, every month, you can gift me to say, oh, thank you for what you do. You can support my channel. I accept super chats as well. Okay, there's a $sign. If you think you want to gift me, I'm open to that as well. And also, if there are topics you want me to, maybe you watch any of my videos and you think, oh, you actually love how I spoke about this, you would like to bring a topic, or you would like to be a guest on my channel or on my show at any time, feel free to send me a DM and we'll see how it works. I'm a nurse, as you all know. I work 4 days a week, but I can always make it work. One of these evenings, we can all just come back here and, chat as normal. And also, follow me on my Instagram. I'm known as ThatMom5 on Instagram. Where's that handle? I think Abby dropped it for me. I'm also known as ThatMom5 on Instagram. And with that being said, this video of this Unizik girl that I did, somebody just reached out to me via email to appreciate the video I've done so far. And guys, you know what? Like I said in that video, that I don't know that girl from anywhere. Whatever I've said, the way I've reacted on that video, I've come in an angle as being a parent, being a mother who is raising 2 young adults who are girls. And I will never, ever expect my children to behave that way. Not even the one that is being raised in Nigeria, whereby you misbehave like this, I give you Gbasgbos. But here in the UK, you will remind that it's abroad children that will behave that way. Because here in Nigeria, here in diaspora, you can't even slap. You slap waiting, you slap your child. She will go to school, she will tell teacher that you slap, and then the next day you see social services by your door. I've come in the angle as, first of all, being a parent. Secondly, if you are a parent, you are more or less like an educationist as well, because you're raising young adults, you're teaching them the way of life. And it is what you implement in your children right now that would mold, or that will let us know what the future is going to be like. Somebody like that girl, you don't want to have 1,000 of her in the future. You don't want to have 1,000 of her. I've put out my opinion there. People have, as always, people have come there to disrespect me, to insult me, but I've said what I have to say. And all those people who sat down to reach a decision of expelling her, they are academics. Are you telling us that based on all evidence they've gathered so far that they do not know what they were doing? For them to have come to that conclusion to expel her, because one thing is this, if she remains in that school, it might not even be safe for her. The course that she's meant to spend 4 years for, she might end up spending 8 years on that course. She might have to. What's the evidence that she's not going to do the same thing to another lecturer? And let's even say that that incident did not happen within a university or within a school. Does that mean that, assuming she was outside of the school premises and an elderly person did that to her, she would have beaten up the elderly person? Let us raise better future. Let us raise better children that will make sure that we are not putting our fingers in our mouth and biting it and say, what have I done? That's all I'm going to say there. Thank you so much, guys. Like I said, my Instagram is thatmom5. I am on TikTok as Just Doing Me. And I have a vlog channel as well called Wemi Space. That's the link there. If you've not followed me, go follow me. And also, if you want to advertise your business on my page or my channel, maybe here on my YouTube channel, feel free to DM me. If you have a small business you want me to showcase on my channel, if you have a brand you want me to advertise here for you, I'm open to collaborations and advertisement. My email is thatmom5@gmail.com, and that's my Instagram handle there, thatmom5. Like I said, I'm on TikTok as well as Just Doing Me. And if there's any topic you would like me to discuss, or you want to be a part of this show, or you want to be a guest on my show at any time, feel free to DM me and we can always make that work. Okay, we can always make that work. Thank you so much, Mr. Michael. I really appreciate that. Glory Chema, the numbers there is not encouraging now, hence why I have not been posting. It's not encouraging, but let it be resting for now. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. I really appreciate it all. And if any of you are watching the video back, leave your thoughts and opinion, respectfully, okay? If you insult me, I will insult you. That's my own. Have an amazing week ahead, guys. I've got a couple of videos I'm going to be dropping in the course of the week, and I think I've got two live streams that I've scheduled. One is why immigrants should not depend on benefits in diaspora, and the second one is I really want to talk about this issue that happened with the Nigerian community. There's a group on X called the Nigerian community in the UK. There's been allegation of corruption and fraud. So I've already scheduled that as well. So I'm going to talk about those at some point. I'm just gathering all of my information. Thank you so much and have an amazing night rest and an amazing week ahead. And I hope to catch you all at some point in the future or in the week. All right. And have a blessed week. Bye, everyone. Thank you so much, Abby. Love you much. And everybody here, you're all appreciated. Okay. I hail you now.